Hello and welcome back to the Hype Bulletin, hosted by yours truly, Ralph Mentor. Now, if you guys are watching or listening on the YouTube side, please press on that subscribe button and press a like button and drop a comment too as well. And if you guys are listening on the podcast platform side, like Apple, Spotify, and Overcast, please leave us a rating and add us to your library for any past, present, or future podcasts and all too as well. Killed the opening finally and all. And we got the Red Sox coming off of a 3-4 series win off those bum ass Yankees. Yep, I said it, bum ass Yankees and all too as well. And they kind of looked like that too over the first three games and all. The ESPN broadcast and all showed out that they had 4 runs scored and 5 errors occurred in those 3 games and all in those first 3 games and all. They showed out obviously in game 4 with I think 7 runs and I think 0 errors for them too as well. Carlos Rodon showed out a bit too. So I had a little bit of a struggle there in the I think 4th or 5th inning and all, where Nathaniel Lowe had himself a bases loaded hit finally for the Boston Red Sox, where they scored their only 2 runs in that game and all. But I'll take it. 3 out of 4 against them, the Yankees and all too as well. Now the Sox, I believe, are let me bring up the screen up too as well. I believe they are a half game up on the Yankees now too as well with this series. I think they came in a game and a half, if not a half game behind. Yeah, I think they were a half game behind coming into this series and all too as well. But with this 3-4 win, now they are. Let me get the screen up for y'all. Can get up? There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, with the series win, half game up now. Let me get the standings up real quick. Let's MLB wild card standings. Here we are. Bear with the internet a little bit. Boom. Yep, half game up on the Yankees. I think they started the series half game up. One game up, game 1, so they up a game and a half, and all one game 2, so a game and a half. So maybe they're a game and a half behind going into the series, and game and a half behind in this series and all too as well. Why is my camera acting all weird? Bear with it. There we go. No, it's still acting weird. All right, we're gonna play around with that. Let's see if we can. Technical difficulties. There we go. But yeah, I think they came into the series a game and a half behind on the Yankees and all too as well, able to win the first 3 games to go up. I know I'm getting the math wrong and all too. It just doesn't make sense. But at the end of it, they're up half a game on the Yankees and off this 4-game series and all too as one. Great starting pitching, you can say, with your top 3 at least. And all, Giolito came out. I think he only gave up 2 runs in that first one. I think 2 runs in that first one. Probably the bullpen came in and gave up another run and all too as well. Game 2, Bayo was stellar and all too as well. I think 7 innings strong. Only gave up no runs and all too as well in that game. And all the Sox only scored 1 run, but that was enough in that game too as well. Honestly, Crochet again too as well in game 3 at least and all. Stellar performance too as well, honestly. Yep, only gave up 1 run, and the offense showed up big time, honestly, too as well, taking advantage of Austin Wells not making a catch and all too as well. Story was able to drive in a couple of runs when Austin Wells missed a chance for a pop-up catch, foul catch in the middle innings there too as well, honestly. So now a great series win. And all too as well. Like I said, game 4, unimpressive by Dustin May, at least and all. Wasn't able to get through 5 innings and all too as well. The long ball hurt him in this one too as well, honestly. But again, they took 3 out of 4 and all too as well. If I added some notes that I wanted to get excited about, Nathaniel Lowe, a lucky pickup right now for the Sox, is looking like could be what's it called? A mistake corrected. There we go. For the trade deadline, at least and all too as well. Of not picking up at least a first baseman, at least and all too as well. Abraham Toro was DFA'd or designated for assignment, at least and all too as well. He was not picked up on waivers from anyone, so apparently now he's back with the Red Sox in their AAA team for the time being, at least and all too as well. You never know. He's able to come back. They're going to be expanding the rosters at the beginning of September, at least and all too as well. So he may be able to come back onto the roster and all too as well. You never know. Able to slide in and give you a clutch hit, maybe, going forward at least and all too as well. But wasn't able to get picked up off waivers at least. So he's still on the Red Sox, somewhat roster at least and all too as well. Right now on the AAA team and all too as well. But Daniel Lowe, if I can get some stats, see if I can find some stats on X, formerly known as Twitter, for Nathaniel Lowe. Again, like I mentioned in the loss in Game 4, at least, the Sox had a bases loaded, another bases loaded opportunity and all too as well. And and instead of a walk or some type of random strikeout, at least and all, he was able to knock in 2 runs and all with I believe a double, a double to right field at least and all too as well. But let me see if I can find his stats real quick since joining the Red Sox. As this man has been. He hit the what's it called there, the home run to tie the game against the Kansas City Royals last week too as well. Honestly, and with the 1 run that the Red Sox scored in Game 2 in Bale's start, he hit I don't know if it was a leadoff double, but he did start the inning at least with a double at least too. So I wasn't sure if it was an out or 0 outs. Now Connor Wong of all people was able to score him in with a RBI double down the left field at least too. So they was able to pull. And also, let me see if I can find stats for Nathaniel Lowe since joining the Boston Red Sox and all too as well. Bear with the internet. Is that true? As of 11 hours ago, Steve Perrault or Perrault, mind my pronunciation all too as well. Red Sox guy too as well. I should be following him all too as well. I'd be on the For You side of Twitter and all, so just be I think there at least and all about him. Oh, I meant to click I meant to click the tweet and not his profile. But apparently, Nathaniel Lowe's hitting 400 for the Red Sox now with a 12.07 slugging percentage too as well, which is pretty damn good, honestly. I think that's going into what's it called there, into last night's game and all too as well. And like I said, he had a 2-run double at least now in a bases loaded situation in the middle innings for their only 2 runs at least. So he was the only reason why they scored. He got 2 RBIs and all 2 as well in Game 4. So I wanted to bring up a note for Nathaniel. I think he's been awesome so far too as well. Honestly, I think eventually they're gonna have to bat him third in the lineup and all because Jan Duran, and he's been in these bases loaded situations. He has not come up clutch at all too as well. Honestly, his swing looks so worse now too as well. The more than I'm looking at it too as well, it seems like his whole inner half is just mad open and all too as well. It is a power swing, so maybe that's what he's going for and all too as well. But it does look like he's in a sort of a slump with it and all too as well. And it seems like Nathaniel Lowe, in my opinion, would be a great replacement for him too as well. In the third, number 3 in the lineup behind Bregman and Roman Anthony, honestly, and before Trevor Story. I would personally like him as a cleanup, but I just think with the whole lefty-righty thing that Alex Cora's got going on the top of the lineup, it would make more sense just to put him third at least on 2 as well. If he's batting 400, you know what I mean? I'm seeing another one here, 5 for 14, and this through 5 games and all 2 as well. And this was last week. At least August 23rd. Yeah, it was a couple days ago, at least on 2, so probably after the Saturday game, at least on 2 as well. But I think Nathaniel Lowe's been so awesome for the Red Sox. A lucky pickup because like the Abraham Toro got what's it called, DFA'd, designated for assignment. Nathaniel Lowe was no different with the Washington Nationals this season at least. But with Nathaniel Lowe, and when I was looking it up too as well, that's why I kind of compared him to Steve Pearce with that pickup in 2018 at least and all too as well, and they kind of did the same thing in 2021, picking up Kyle Schwarber and all too as well. I mean, it wasn't batting, Kyle Schwarber's not about to hit like 50 home runs if he already not hit 50 home runs already and all too as well, but he wasn't hitting well while before the Sox, when the Sox picked him up in the trade deadline in 21, and he didn't even start. He didn't even start playing when he got picked up that year too as well, honestly, because I believe he was coming off of an injury and all too as well. But Nathaniel Lowe is giving me those Kyle Schwarber, Steve Pearce type of vibes, at least and all too as well, just based off the way he's playing. And he's hitting the 400 clip with a 1200 batting, 1200 I should say slugging percentage and all too as well. And a professional bat, in my opinion, too as well, honestly. There was a situation, another bases loaded situation. He was able to hit the ball deep onto deep left center field and all too as well, and was able to score a run too as well. So he doesn't have these boneheaded outs with guys on base too as well. Abraham Toro, before getting DFA'd at least, had himself a bases loaded situation, had himself a terrible double play at least and all too as well. So I feel like a big part of why he's no longer with the main team at least and all too as well for the time being. He's with the AAA team and all too as well. So yeah, so another note, Nathaniel Lowe's one note, obviously too as well. The guy's been awesome since he's been on the team, at least all too as well. As soon as Cora's put him in the lineup, he's just been able to rake the ball. Honestly, not even gonna lie, honestly too as well. But another note I wanted to bring up was Buehler going into the bullpen and all too as well. And I think it's a plus that now you have Dustin May and Buehler for only in one game at least, than having them in two games at least, all too as well. But now you have Buehler in the bullpen all too as well. His first inning in yesterday's game, game 4, was the first time he was coming out of the bullpen all too as well. And like I said, the first inning wasn't so bad, at least in all two as well. I think the second inning, the first inning it was only 2 innings. The Yankees won, so they didn't have to go into the ninth inning, at least in all two as well. I would have assumed Buehler would have kept going. No, if the Sox were able to tie the game, which was a big if, and obviously it didn't happen in all two as well, I'm assuming he wouldn't have pitched that. But I'm assuming he'd be pitching long innings in all two as well. I'm assuming he's going to be our new mop-up guy too as well, honestly, even though Jordan Hicks showed out in a 10-plus run situation, at least on game 3, at least on that Crochet start, and he didn't give up any runs and all too as well. I was expecting a run, then I remembered it was Crochet who gave up the run with the home run to Stan and all too as well. But almost caught by Ceddanne Rafaela, no matter. But back to the Buehler point, at least. I got moved into the bullpen and all too as well. Like I said, first inning looked decent, second inning home runs all over again, all too as well. So curious how it's really going to work out in all too as well. There's really no place to put him in all too as well. Now it does leave a situation where I'll bring up into my next one and all too as well. But just to bring up Buehler real quick too as well. Don't know what to do with him. I think it is a plus that you can put him in there with Dustin May in the same game at least all too as well, because you were looking in the situation, because the Sox do play today, where Buehler would have pitched today. If it weren't putting him into the bullpen. Look what he did in a no pressure situation and all too as well. First inning, like I said, all right, but the second inning just I think Paul Goldschmidt had a base hit and all too as well. Chaz Chisholm had the big home run and all too as well to make it a 5-run lead and all too as well. To Nathaniel Lowe's point, was able to make it a 3-run lead for a couple innings and all, but Buehler wasn't able to keep it close and all too as well. So it's going to be a huge question what you do with them and all too as well. But I'm curious now, reaching my next point, who's going to be your fifth starter going forward and all too as well. I personally got no idea and all too as well. It's kind of getting hyped about Kyle Harrison not starting on Sunday for the Worcester Red Sox and all that AAA team that Toro is currently playing for and all too as well. But I thought he was going to be pitching for today's game against the Orioles and all too as well. Another 4-game set for the Red Sox and all. But apparently they're doing a bullpen game. That's what I thought it was called, but I think it's called like some other people from a podcast I was listening to. Brian Barry, Off the Pike, I'll just mention it and all, but an opener or a warmer, whatever they're trying to call that and all too as well, because now Bernardino, big fan, finally happy he's back on the team at least, and I'll help him in the bullpen and all, but apparently Bernardino's going to start the game and all too as well, and obviously he's as a Red Sox fan, you guys, if anyone's listening as a Red Sox fan, obviously know he's a bullpen guy and all too as well, so obviously he's not going to go 5 innings and all too as well in this game. So apparently he's going to be opening the game and all. Hopefully he gives you, I'm assuming they're hoping he can give you 2 to 3 innings and all too as well. Then Richard Fitz is going to be available to pitch after and all, and see how many innings he can go until, maybe hopefully, if you can get 3 innings out of Bernardino, hopefully another 3 to 4, I'm assuming, out of Richard Fitz, get you into the 7th inning, and you can go to your leverage guys if you have a lead, at least all too as well. But I'm assuming that can't be the plan going forward and all too as well. Like I said, Richard Fitz has been an option and all, hasn't looked great pitching and all too as well. Hunter Dobbins was my favorite 5th guy, at least all too as well, but unfortunately tore his ACL after coming back from an injury that took him a couple weeks to recover from and all too as well. But he's gone for the season and all too as well. Like I mentioned, Kyle Harrison, I thought that would be the guy that they would give an opportunity to as well, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be now that they're going to be giving him a start and all too as well. So very curious what's going to be going on with the 5th start and all too as well. I just wouldn't be surprised if Buehler's back over there too as well, honestly, because they're going to have no choice. They got the guy they paid the guy $21 million too as well, honestly. So I don't know if we're thinking about young prospects too as well, paying Tully, but I would not want that. That's not something I would want on all too as well. I look at Payne Tully as even though he is a starting pitcher for the Worcester Red Sox too as well, honestly, the AAA team and all too as well. Young guy, I think he's like 22, 23 years old. Guy looks like a 32-year-old, and apparently he's like 22, 23 at least and all too as well. But throws heat too as well. Honestly, got himself like a weird little stash going on too as well. But talented cat too as well. Left-handed pitcher too as well. Honestly for them, but he does start for them. I just don't expect him to start and all too as well. There is something about young pitchers and protecting their innings and all too as well. Obviously, if he starts, per appearance and all, he's pitching a whole bunch of more innings and coming out of relief situation. They're asking us 3 outs from the cat and all too as well. So I'm very curious what the fifth starter thing is going to be looking like. It's got me very trepidatious on how this season's going to end and all too as well. It does look dope though to have Giolito. Obviously Giolito, Bayo, and obviously Crochet at the top at least and all too as well. Pitch the way they pitched in this series and all too as well. Pitch the way they've pitched over the last 3 months and all too as well as a group and all too as well. Giolito's been a little bit inconsistent since the All-Star break too as well. Honestly, Bayo's had his starts like that, but most of the time he's looked like this and all too as well, like he looked in game 2 and all too as well, minus 0 runs maybe, but he's been able to go 6-7 innings and I'll give you quality starts and all too, so he'll give you a damn good stellar start and all too as well in game 2. So he's been, just the top 3 has been pretty damn good for you too as well. Crochet's coming Crochet and all too as well sitting there, and Cy Young contention and all too as well. But Dustin May, gives you that start like this. He does give you a great start in his last start against the Royals, maybe. No, I don't think it was a good start against the Royals, though. I think it was the Padres and all too as well. But gives you a great start here. Gives you another start there, at least and all too as well. The difference between him and Buehler, at least and all, he's giving you swing and miss stuff. At least not compared to Buehler. He's not giving you swing and miss stuff, and he's not painting the corner as well and all too as well, or painting the corners, I should say, at least and all too as well. At least Dustin May, a big fan of his sweeper, at least and all, is still able to give you, swing and miss stuff, swing and miss stuff, at least, I should just say, to give you, confidence that he can dominate the start from time to time, which he's shown, since being traded here, at least and all too as well. Let me look at the stats since he's been a Red Sox and all too as well. Since I got the time for that, Dustin May, Red Sox stats. Let's see. Dead time. Excuse me. That's so far. So what? 15 innings. A 2.87 ERA. You know what I mean? Like overall, it doesn't look all that bad. 17 strikeouts, 4 walks, and I believe. Yeah, this is definitely going into the the Yankee game and all too as well. So again, he just shows you enough too as well. I think Baltimore. I think he showed out a bit too as well. It wasn't too bad. They just weren't able to finish the game at least and all too as well. But still, at least, like I said, Buehler doesn't give you anything like that. Like, even though he gave you a dope start against the Padres, at least and all too, and the Phillies, at least and all too as well. You just don't see, my point about Dustin May, the swing and miss stuff, to give you more. I feel like to give you more breath of confidence, at least and all too as well. So I'm at 17 minutes and all too as well, which is pretty cool at the moment and all too. So we look ahead. Let's look ahead and all too as well. I'll be going in to Massachusetts and all too as well. So I believe this will probably be my last podcast until September, at least and all too as well. So bear with the time and all too as well. We got the Baltimore Orioles coming up for a 4-game set and all too as well. Like I said, looks like it's gonna be Bernardino starting this game and all too as well. We'll see what goes forward after that and all too as well. I'm very curious how this thing's gonna play out with their 5th starter and all too as well. It really got me coming off of a 3 out of 4 set against the Yankees and all too. So you think my confidence level will be a little high, but with the whole 5th starter thing up in the air, I do believe Buehler's going to go back, and I just don't know. There's no confidence with Kyle Harrison apparently too as well. Another piece from the Rafael Devers trade and all too as well that hasn't worked out and all. An update of that. I don't know if I've mentioned. Yeah, I think I mentioned that the prospect that they got from the Giants and all got traded to, I think, the Cardinals for Steven Matz and all too as well. And you got Jordan Hicks and all too as well. And you heard my little comment about him earlier for game 3 at least and all too as well. Now Kyle Harrison, the starter, a lefty who can apparently throw over 95 plus at least and all too as well. But apparently his secondary, the titulary stuff, lack of a better word, at least, or is not that impressive, at least, and also it's up in the air with him too as well. Honestly, as a 5th star and all. Cooper Criswell, I guess, if you want to throw him out there after his start, versus Hunter Brown, the Astros, at least, no. But I've heard no mention of him and all too as well. So maybe a spot start here and there with him and all. But still, the 5th starter thing has got me up in the air and all too as well. So yeah, tonight they go with an opener or a bullpen game, whatever they call that for baseball terms, at least and all. I'm not sure who's going after that. Honestly, you would think it's Giolito, but I mean, I have no idea. Let me see if MLB.com will have the rotation out. I doubt they have the rotation out, honestly, too. So just be because of this 4 game set against the Baltimore Orioles. No, there's gonna be no days off for the Red Sox for a few days and all too as well. They'll play from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Orioles. Then it's going to be a 3 game set on the weekend, which I presume, yeah, it's going to be against the Pittsburgh Pirates and all too as well. And you're just coming off of this 4 game set against the Yankees and all too as well. So that's basically, it's like 11 days straight without a day off and all too as well. I'd just be surprised that these pitchers continue, continuously, at least not without someone in the middle there giving them a gap at least and all too as well with a break and all too as well. But let me see. I could understand why with they gave Crochet a break earlier this month at least, not coming out of the All-Star break and all too as well. Could make sense why they did that. Did see this coming at least not too as well, because Bueller has been a question as a starter at least not too as well. So let me see if I can find the starter for Tuesday's game against the Orioles at least and all, to see my trepidation about this 5th starter and all too as well. But it's just my internet's just like really slow right now, so bear. Oh, tickets. I might. Oh, no, why it's going so slow. I don't care for tickets. All right. That's the last thing I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking about tickets when I go into Massachusetts for a crochet day too as well, honestly. So very excited about that. But let me see. No, not buy tickets. Not buy tickets. Okay, I guess they don't. I guess there's going to be one other avenue I got, which is my phone. I like my phone. Let me see. Please bear with the pause. Bear with the pause. I really want to see what they got going for starters on Tuesday. There we go. Okay, there we go. See, sometimes the apps are just so much more simpler and all. So we got Giolito. So Giolito is going to go on Tuesday. I'm assuming it's going to be Bayo on Wednesday. And we got Crochet on Thursday. Friday against the Pirates. All right, to be determined. And Saturdays to be determined, at least now. So it's going to be the starters at least now too as well. So I would assume Dustin May would go Friday at least now. So I'm curious about Saturday, how they'll be playing it out versus the Pirates and all too as well. Maybe they go with another bullpen game too as well. Honestly, the Pirates aren't, the Pirates are the Pirates at least not too as well. So maybe they can get away with it too as well. But I'll just be curious how long they can get away with it too as well, honestly. But yeah, looks like that's what I got for today's episode, at least on Tuesday. You would think after a 3 out of 4 game set against the Yankees, I would have a bit more excitement, at least on 2 as well. But I really do think this 5th starter thing is it's a true concern of how they can finish, how strong they can finish off this season, at least in all too as well. I think they have the standings. Yeah, let me get the standings back up again too as well, honestly, because you're only up a half game on the Yankees and all too as well. As much as you have dominated the Yankees and all too as well, I believe they are 8-2 against the Yankees this year too as well. I think they see one more time before the season ends. That would be awesome, but I'm not 100% certain. Let me see. Yeah, they do. Okay, and it's at home. Word. So that's awesome. At least not two as well. But maybe you can add to the lead at least not two as well. But like I said, let me get the wildcard standings. Yeah, like I said, you're only a half game up on the Yankees right now too as well. Half game up on the Mariners, I believe also. I think the Mariners and the Yankees are essentially tied and all too as well. I don't think the Sox are going to fall out of the playoffs and all too as well, even with my concerns as the 5th starter and all too as well. How are they going to shake that out going forward, at least and all too as well. But it does put a little credence going forward, at least on how strong they can finish the season, at least on too as well. Again, if your top 3 guys show out what they've been showing out over the past 3 months, at least, not since June, at least on kind of a precedent of why they've played so well since June, at least not too as well, compare their record from April to May, and then from June on, at least not too as well. It's been very stellar, at least not too as well. Concerns about Cora in the second half, at least not too as well, really hasn't shown out too as well. Honestly, a little slow stretch after the All-Star break too as well. You got you lost these 3 games versus the Marlins in that 2-game set against the Orioles and all, but you won this 3 out of 4 against the Yankees, at least not too as well. I kind of expect a split versus the Orioles and all too as well. The Orioles apparently have been playing better at least and all too as well. If you can win 3 out of 4 again, that'd be great and all too as well, honestly. But I do expect a split at least and all too as well. Then you got Pittsburgh, and you got Cleveland, where I think they can rack up some wins in those series at least and all too as well. Both series will be home at least and all too as well. And then there's a day off in the middle of that where you can figure out more of that fifth starter thing. Where I'm just gonna have concerns about that too as well. Honestly, the bullpen again. I've voiced I've voiced where the solution is at when Justin Slayton had himself another stellar rehab start with the Worcester Sox at least not two as well. Another inning, I think a couple strikeouts at least not two as well. Was able to keep it short too as well, honestly. So apparently, based off my Twitter at least and all, he's close, close of coming back at least and all too as well. Probably see how he looks after this appearance yesterday. Excuse me, and see if he looks good, if he feels good at least and all. And there's a big solution to your bullpen at least and all too as well. I brought up Nathaniel Lowe at least and all. The offense has been struggling at least and all too as well, but it seems to be a bat that could really add a jolt to them too as well. And you finally saw a big blowout game at least not from them too as well. Honestly, Carlos Narvaez was able to get a little, get going a bit in game 3 of that blowout game with that big home run to really close out that night. That I think 9-run or 7-run, I can't remember, but 7 or 9-run ninth inning in game 3 in that crochet start and all. And I feel like Ceddanne Rafaela was able to find a little bit of a groove in this series too as well. Was able to get a couple hits. And yesterday's game even in that loss and all too as well. But yeah, then, going forward at least and all, do you think they can keep a wild card spot, keep the top spot? I just think it's a big question without with a real answer with your fifth starter at least and all too as well. But like I said, going forward, Orioles with a 4-game set on the road, but like I said, you have the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cleveland Indians coming into Boston at least and all, on the road to the D-backs and on the road to Sacramento, apparently against the A's at least and all too as well. So for your last tough road trip, last West Coast road trip of the season at least and all, got the Yankees and then the Athletics at home at least and all too as well, with the Rays and the Blue Jays and the Tigers and all too as well. So see how these things shake out and all too as well. Like I keep saying, at least on this fifth starter, just to add a little bit more content to the episode at least and all. But the fifth starter is going to be a concern with me too as well, honestly. I do expect Buehler to be back over there just because of the lack of options and all too as well. Rosters expand in September at least not too as well, so there should be more options anyway, honestly. So maybe my concerns will dampen by that point and all. And September's next week at least not too as well. So I can maybe now that I'm thinking about it, the timing of them putting Buehler in the bullpen does make a little bit more sense, because maybe Kyle Harrison you give a shot, doesn't do well, Cooper Criswell, give him a shot at least, and then by then the season's a week or two over at least not two as well. So it does kind of make sense why they're moving Buehler. I still have concerns about it too as well. Honestly. So I kind of hope someone can just step up in that situation too as well. But got myself going into 27 to 30 minutes, and that's awesome. I appreciate you guys listening. I'll be signing off and all too as well. I guess since I will be away and all too as well, I do want to preview the NFL coming up too as well. So I will have a prediction. I feel like I will be flying from Boston back to Atlanta on September 4th, the opening day of the NFL and all too as well. So I do expect to be back in time to drop a prediction show before the before the game starts at least and all. But you know how flights and things of that nature, traveling and all that stuff too as well, can be very unpredictable and all too as well. So we'll see how that shakes out and all. But I will do a prediction show. Probably have myself a long ass episode of what's it called there, division winners, playoff scenarios and all too as well, MVP stuff, my top 10 quarterback rankings. So probably go an hour and a half and all too as well in that type of situation, all too as well, cram it all in before the game at least, where the Eagles will be hosting the Cowboys and all too as well. And looks like Micah Parsons won't be ready for that game and all too as well, because apparently he's got a back issue and all too as well with all this contract negotiations and all too as well. But definitely want to preview that the NFL will be coming back and all too as well. I am very surprised that I'm sitting here talking Boston Red Sox baseball this summer and all too as well. Very much appreciated too as well. And also I'll even be honest too as well. I was even curious, what am I doing for the summers and all too as well. I forgot that I was kind of into baseball for a while too as well, honestly. But the Sox, since 21 at least, haven't had any type of like remote success at least and all too as well. And I feel like Alex Cora was able to build like first half teams at least and all too as well. But as you saw with this trade deadline, they don't do much at the trade deadline and all too as well. And the rosters over the past couple of seasons weren't. I'm not gonna say I feel like the roster is kind of the same over the past couple of seasons and all, but you just got certain like aspects that were different that you didn't have and all too as well. Kind of had before, but you just didn't have over in 22, 23, and 24 with the Crochet as a like you had Chris Sale, but he wasn't healthy and all too as well. You had it and see what Trevor Story's doing. He's been on the team, he just wasn't been healthy and all. Bergman's obviously a dope addition, and when it comes to the defense and all too as well, because even they still have stats out there. The Boston Red Sox, it's a fact stack. I'm just saying, but they still lead the league or tied for the league in errors and all too as well. So you can probably like throw in the stretch without Alex Bregman when he was out for like a month and a half or so at least, not to like contribute to why maybe the errors went up a little bit around that time too as well. But still, you know what I mean. You just have better like facets to the game. Aroldis Chapman has been awesome for you too as well. Justin Slayton, a guy making a big deal about coming into your bullpen and helping you out, was apparently your closer before, but I'm assuming, what I mean, because I didn't really see him over the past 3 seasons at least, no, but I'm assuming he's had some injury concerns, over the past 3 seasons or so too as well, because I just haven't seen him and all too as well. I didn't even know they had an option like that for a closer at least and all too as well, because I just haven't seen them not even this season, just over the past couple seasons and all too as well. Talented cat, being just health and all too as well, but they kind of like what the Sox have been dealing with over the past couple of seasons too as well. Like I said, I bring up Trevor Story, was never healthy over the past couple of seasons. Now he's finally healthy, and you're seeing like the benefit of him too as well as as a defensive capable shortstop and a guy that you can back clean up in your lineup and all too as well. Not ideal, but still, and all too as well. But now I'm going long and all too as well. Like I said, I'm previewing since I won't be on for a while. Just wanted to preview my prediction show with the NFL and all too as well. So I'm kind of like laying out the stretch for the Red Sox too as well. We'll see when I record another episode and all too as well. Wanted to get one in after that little 3-game losing streak and all too as well. A little 3 out of 4. Yankees series win in the Bronx too as well. Honestly, taking care of those bum ass Yankees and all too as well. So definitely wanted to throw a little something. Definitely wanted to get a little episode in before I'll be out for a while too. As a little hiatus and all too as well. I feel like I've been doing a little bit better with the whole week by week thing too as well. But I'm rambling. Appreciate you guys listening. If you guys on the YouTube side, please subscribe, like, drop a comment, and if you guys listening on the podcast platform side, please leave a rating, add us to your library and all too as well. We'll get back to you soon. I'll be signing off. Peace.